What is up, budgeting family and friends? My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mac channel, where I am documenting our six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with my own virtual private practice, along with my husband, who is a welder. Together we have a combined income of about $130,000, and we are currently we started our journey in October of 2023 with $305,884 worth of debt. And we have a goal to have that debt completely paid off and eliminated by December 31st, 2026. Our debt consists of credit card debt, student loan debt, a car loan, a HELOC payment, and our mortgage of our primary home. We do also have a rental property, but my daughter lives in that property, and she has taken over the mortgage. So although it is my debt, once the mortgage is paid off, that will be handed over to her. So unless she decides she does not want it. So that debt is not included in our debt total of $305,884 worth of debt. I am documenting our debt-free journey with monthly budgets, weekly budgets, debt updates, transfer Tuesdays, and because I'm an entrepreneur, I also share the income that I was able to earn in my private practice at the end of every month. And soon, I plan to start tracking our net worth at the end of every quarter. So June will be the end of June will be the end of quarter number 2, and I plan to track my net worth at the end of that quarter. So if following that journey sounds like something that you can be inspired and informed by, please make sure you have subscribed. If you have already subscribed, I really appreciate it. Today's video is May week 5's budget, and we will jump right into it. All right, so I do have my budget template on the screen. This week, May week 5 budget ran from Thursday, May the 23rd to Wednesday, May the 29th. I do budget weekly. My husband is paid every Thursday, and I pay myself every Friday as an employee in my business. The income for this week was planned at $1,700, which is pretty routine, and our income was actually $1,792.41. That was $855.74 from my husband's paycheck and $936.67 from what I pay myself as an employee for my business. We transitioned over to savings, and savings for this week was planned at $295, and that included $50 in my high yield savings account, and I did actually make that transfer. $50 was planned to go into my husband's account, but he does not transfer it, and I don't have access. So M1 Investments was planned to get $10. That is automatically deposited, and it's every other week, and it did not come out this week. Christmas 2024, we planned to put $25 in that account, and we did put $25 in that account. My son Princeton gets $10 in his college education fund, and we did put $10 in there. Ashton, we planned to pay her $50, but we only put $30 because we used the money to cover her transactions, and then 0 on 808, which is our investment property, and 0 on the roof, but $100 did go towards our New York trip that we will be taking in a week. So that actually brought our savings to $215. We transitioned over to bills in the last week of the month, and the last to first week of the month is our heavy bill month. So our bills for this week, our heavy bill week, and the bills for this week totaled $1,071.65. That was $333 towards our mortgage, and they actually withdrew $332. $330 was our budget bill for our utilities, but we only had to pay $107.93. $16.54 to Netflix, and we paid $16.54, and then $392 for our auto insurance, but they drafted $373.51, and I believe this is the new amount. So that brought our actual weekly bills to $830.97. We transitioned over to expenses, And expenses for this week were planned at $625 with $150 in groceries, and we actually spent $209.50. $120 in gas, and we spent $62.01. $25 in beauty maintenance, and I spent $9.38. $50 towards my boy's hair, and my son did get his retwist, so that was $50. Toiletries got $0. Toiletries and household got $50, but we spent $0. Fast food had $50, and we spent $39.89. Date night had $0. Wheel spin had $0, and I had $0. My spin had $0, and we spent $0. Miscellaneous had $80, and we spent $171.37. And tithe, we had $50, but we tithed $0. So that brought our actual expenses for this week to $542.15. We transitioned over to debt, and debt for this pay period was planned at $331.20. And it looks like we only had payments on a few cards. That was my husband's PayPal card, and his payment was $41, and we paid $41. Delta American Express had a $40 payment, and we paid $0 because that does not have a balance. And then my Honda payment that is paid weekly came out at $250.20, but this payment was actually applied to the principal. And so that brought our debt payments for this week to $366.20. We transitioned over to the budgeted versus the actual, and we did not have a rollover. We had a planned rollover balance of $111.66. We had an actual rollover balance of $267.05. The income was planned at $1,700, and the actual income was $1,792.41. The income saved was planned at $295, and we actually saved $215. The income spent, which is the combination of bills and expenses, was planned at $1,678.05, and we actually spent $1,373.12. And the debt paid was planned at $331.20, and we actually paid $366.20. That left a balance of a negative $492.59. That was planned with an actual balance of $105.14. And I'm not sure if that is accurate because we did acquire a NSF fee. We had more than 105 in there, but we did have an NSF fee for this week, or going into the new week. We go down to the breakdown. In the breakdown, we put 11% of our income towards savings, which is something I like to see. 42.5% of our income went towards bills, which makes sense. 27.7% of our income went towards expenses, and 18.7% of our income went towards debt. And that is disappointing. I like for it to be at 35 to 50%. So we were over in several categories in our expenses, groceries being one of them, and miscellaneous. So we go down and review the transactions for this week, and there was quite a few. Let's see. We had we weren't over in fast food. So miscellaneous, we sent $15 to my daughter. Groceries from Lidl at $12.67. More groceries at $11.50. More groceries from Walmart at $123.83. Then more groceries because we went to a cookout, and then more groceries at Whole Foods. Miscellaneous at $125. Oh, we had to fix my son's screen, so that was $125.94. We had Kava. I bought some black soap. That was my beauty spend. We did have an NSF fee, and that was again behind the whole mortgage. I did actually call and change the draft date from Wednesday, which was coming out Thursday, to Thursday, which hopefully will come out on Friday. And then another miscellaneous fee. I bought some water at Planet Fitness because I left my water cup. And that is it. So those were the expenses. None of these expenses make me feel like I need to create an additional sinking fund for them. So good there. Really need to hone in on the fast food and the groceries. The thing with the groceries is that I have decided to stop eating meat. I've decided to transition to vegan again for my health, and I don't want to go overboard by like buying a whole bunch of stuff that will go bad. So I buy like maybe two meal plan. I buy stuff to meal plan for maybe 2 or 3 meals, and sometimes that resorts to me going back to the grocery store for additional items. So I haven't quite figured out how to fit that into the budget, but it is a non-negotiable. So that's that. So that is it for May week 5's budget. I'm so happy to finally be caught up on May videos. I do still have 2 more. It's the income report and then the debt update, but I plan to get those filmed and released this week. So fingers crossed on that. And that is it. So I really appreciate you for watching thus far, if you have watched thus far. If you know someone, if you or someone you know is on a debt-free journey and you feel like they could become informed and inspired by my debt-free journey, please make sure to subscribe if you have not already subscribed, or share with someone who may be informed and inspired by following my journey. That is it. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Again, give me a thumbs up if you like to see this type of content. And if you have any questions about how I'm budgeting, what I'm budgeting, or why I'm budgeting a specific way, or any budgeting suggestions, make sure to list them or comment them down in the comment section below. Do plan to reply to all of the comments that are under my videos. So I do read them all, but I just do not take the time to go back and reply to the comments. And I know I could just click the heart button, which acknowledges that I read them, but I feel like that is so, I don't know, impersonal, I guess. So I try not to do anything until I can actually respond, but I am reading the comments as they come in. I do really appreciate them. So that is it for this week's video. I really appreciate it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.